Hey, it's Tammy time. Welcome to the show, where the fun's always prime. I'm your host, Tammy Hernandez, and I'm here to bring the heat, with conversations that sparkle and energy that can't be beat. From lifestyle to entertainment and everything in between, we'll dive into topics that matter and make your day supreme. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's get started. It's Tanny time, and we're gonna have a blast every single part.
Hi, I'm Tammy Hernandez. Welcome back to Tammy Time. And for you all who don't know me, my co-host Gizmo's here, my little doggy who comes everywhere. He's a Brewer Yorkie, and he's better behaved than most people I know. And then I have my friend Ken here, who's gonna tell us about his Content Condo and how to get a hold of him.
Well, Tammy, thank you so much for having me. We were able to meet a few months ago and connect now while as the Content Condo is finally up and running. So thanks for bringing me on to kind of introduce myself and the Content Condo.
Yeah, because you were just talking about starting it, or that you decided you were going to.
Yes.
And you hadn't even had the location yet.
Yes, it was just an idea at the time, and a few months later, here we are, and it's off and running, and we've been getting some amazing bookings, a lot of amazing guests in the Content Condo. So it's been a lot, and I'm really excited to kind of see what this coming year brings.
And how do people get a hold of you?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Content Condo MIA. You can send a DM there. There's a link to book in the bio, but the best way to get in touch is definitely through Instagram.
Through the Content Condo Instagram? Okay.
At Content Condo MIA.
So yeah, because you were just discussing it, and I've watched some of the interviews on Insta when it came through my feed, and an amazing view.
That's right, yeah. So the idea kind of came about because, you know, I'm a videographer. That's really kind of what I started with doing. And, you know, throughout the past number of years, you know, you've probably heard of a content house, something along those lines. And that's usually just a number of people maybe renting an Airbnb or a house that's probably somewhere far out in the suburbs somewhere that they're able to use to shoot content in for, you know, 3 or 4 days, whatever it is, and then they leave. So I was trying to figure out a way to kind of innovate on that, give content creators the ability to create content in kind of a condo format. You know, so the Content Condo Miami, it's in a very central local location where it's very easy for a lot of creators to get to with ease, and be able to kind of provide these extremely unique, breathtaking, you know, Biscayne Bay views, which I think has really resonated and provided a sense of uniqueness for everybody who comes to the Content Condo.
Yeah, the view was amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely the view is definitely the major selling point. I mean, we all love recording our podcast or interview in a studio, but being able to record it like literally in the sky, I call it the Sky Pod, actually.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
I call it the Sky Pod because it's literally like, you know, a podcast setting, an interview setting in the sky overlooking the bay, while still being able to maintain that super crisp audio and video quality.
Yeah, because you don't hear the wind, because like my condo in Boca, I'm on the balcony and I can hear the wind every which way. Even when I'm talking on the phone, I have to go inside because the wind is a major issue.
Yeah, I mean, that could be challenging. However, just with the technology we're using and the audio engineers, it sounds like studio quality. I'm really super proud of just how all the videos have really come out from all our recording sessions.
And how long did it take you to get it all together?
Well, it's never as fast as you want it to be.
Nothing ever is.
But now that we're all set up, we're trying to hit the ground running. You know, it took several months just to get the right furniture in place, to get all the necessary lighting and video equipment, and then ultimately have the clients come and the different creators to come and kind of, you know, sell it to them, because it's such a crazy idea. I always tell people that, like, you know, don't take my word for it. It's hard to explain. You just kind of have to see it. So now that the word's getting out, there's been a lot of interest.
Yeah, because I always thought like the content houses, I always thought it was the groups of people who just live in them for a period of time, which I don't understand. Yeah. Similar like to the Bop House is what I was thinking, but then the Bop House was something I was totally wrong on what that was when
Right.
I was when Chaz explained it to me.
This is not a bop condo. This is a content condo. We'll be very clear.
It's so because when I think of content, I think of like those people who are filming the random stuff.
Sure.
So what I would say, it's basically where you can interview people. So it'd be like, say, who is them? I think it's Beast and Fit or Fit and something. I don't know.
Fresh and Fit.
Oh yeah, is that them? They're not very friendly.
No.
I went on their show.
Yikes.
They're not friendly. So I would say it's like filming in a studio, but with a spectacular backdrop and view, with all the advantages of being in a regular studio, but you're not. You're literally overlooking the water.
And in my opinion, I think a lot of, podcasting, in my opinion, has gotten very stale over the number of years. It's just maybe people sitting at a table or sitting in a studio. There isn't really a visual element to it. And which I feel like is a massive missed opportunity because, YouTube, for example, is one of the highest earning platforms. Where you're getting paid per watch time.
Yes.
So if there's like an hour-long podcast, why not have something that's visually appealing, where maybe the podcast host or interview is happening overlooking this amazing, beautiful view. Maybe incorporate drone footage. Maybe incorporate B-roll. Make it more of a viewing experience rather than just the traditional audio experience.
Well, because if you're going to have audio, it might as well just be radio. I'm just saying, because it's basically you're just watching people with a black backdrop.
Yes.
And so it could just be radio.
Right. And
at that point.
And at the same time, though, podcasting is it's massive and it's only growing. Everybody has a podcast now. I think radio in certain respects is probably not what it was maybe 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It's not as busy as it was. But I do have people tune in to listen to me.
Tammy's different, obviously, but
I don't know why, but people tend to watch whatever, or listen to what I'm doing.
You do get a lot of eyeballs. So I'm grateful for the exposure today.
So what I was surprised about is people actually listening, because it's been a learning curve for the difference between being able to be visual versus having to, because I describe radio as basically, it's not where you can point, it's you have to paint a picture, you have to think of the radio as you're talking to a blind person, to paint the picture and to be more detail oriented to what you're explaining. So that's why, like, when you just say content condo or content house, why I had to explain what my thought process was on one.
Sure, yeah, and that's totally understandable. And then even when I do explain it, it's still even really hard to get the picture. So
well, don't feel bad when I tell people, oh, you want to come on my radio show? Oh, podcast, where can I look at it? No, it's the radio.
Right.
It's a radio show.
And there's still plenty of people that are still listening to the radio.
Right. Yeah, and the demographic has I think, because it's on the True Oldies, but the demographic that listens to me is much younger, I think, than what the radio normally has. Am I right, Dawn? Yeah.
Yeah, your following is.
Yeah, it's like 22-year-olds to like 45-year-olds are tuning in to the True Oldies, and during, like, I even competed with Monday Night Football.
Oh, did you really?
And
because
still,
they're on ESPN, so they're radio.
Yeah, but it's even for that, and I still bring in 1.5 to 1.7 million listeners.
Wow.
And only been doing it since September.
That's very respectable. Those are big numbers.
Yeah, so I was surprised because I wasn't sure if people would just listen to me or if they just wanted the visual. So that's why I was painting, like, your backdrop is so pretty for doing.
Yes,
because I've been interviewed on different shows, and when I've seen your backdrop when I've watched them is spectacular.
And I was surprised when I first thought of the idea. I'm thinking, how did I come up with this? Like, how has this not really been done before? And I mean, I guess there's only so many locations that would allow it, and then that can kind of combine with my background in videography and audio engineering. It was kind of the perfect combination.
I think that helps because a lot of people don't have their own studios. They go to them, or they don't have it set up in their house. Like my house is, I'm always doing arts and crafts, so for me to, like right now I'm finishing up a resin table for a new club that's opening in Fort Lauderdale. that has bullet casings in it and
that's
everything.
badass. Wow.
So, and it's for the cigar lounge portion
So
of
see you
it.
at Art Basel next year, right?
No, I'm not that good at art. So for me to have something set up at my house for me to do or to stream, I'd have to have a dedicated area, and me with arts and crafts and cooking and deciding on building stuff doesn't really work. So it's good for
Okay.
me to go to a location.
Yeah, I know. Well, so that's also part of it. It's like I never know who's gonna walk through the doors of the Content Condo. You know what I mean? Like one of my clients was joking to me. He says, "I feel like you're on call." It's like, well, I am. This is where I'm based out of the Content Condo, so like I could just be chilling on a casual evening, get a phone call next a few minutes later I'll have a big guest walk in ready to record something. So
Well, that's a good thing.
yeah, and I love it. I love the I love that you kind of never really know what's around the corner. I think it kind of suits my personality.
Yeah, that's always good. Like we went to Key West this weekend, Gizmo
Okay.
and I did, and had fun down there because we got to go boating.
Oh, did Gizmo have a fun time?
He did. He got to see dolphins again
Oh,
because we went to the dolphin playground.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dolphin Playground, Key West. I'd like to
Yeah,
go
it's
there.
like it's off. It's like 30 miles offshore.
Wow.
20. Well,
Okay.
yeah. So we go out there, and there was a pot of 6 with the baby, so it was
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
So, but
That's cool.
see, your view is very similar to the color schemes of the water.
That's right. I know, and and it's like it's hard. I'm always trying to figure out what is the best time of day to record at the Content Condo, and I always
Any.
go back and forth. And the truth is, it's any time of day. Midday is amazing because the ocean is just all lit up in blue.
Right.
Golden hour, it might be my favorite time of day because of the sunset.
Yeah.
And then we've been doing some night podcasts where we get kind of the city lights in the background as well as kind of the ocean and South Beach across the bay.
Oh,
So
that would be pretty.
there's never a bad time to record at the Content Condo.
Unless it's a hurricane.
Unless it's a hurricane, which is why we actually recently opened our indoor podcast setup.
But if it was a hurricane, you could get plenty of views and likes to stream the Content Condo during the hurricane. hitting.
Right, I know.
So it could work in your benefit. 'cause-
Perhaps. Yeah, might
because-
need to invest in some waterproof equipment, but I'm
Yeah.
sure we'd definitely get some views.
Well, I'm sure that they have a, what is it? I'm sure the condo, because what year was it built?
Like 2008?
Oh, so it's up to Hurricane's Category 5
Yeah.
standard. So yeah, don't have to worry about that.
No, we're
So it was
okay.
built after Andrew,
Yeah.
because Miami,
That was the
prior
last
to
big one.
Andrew, everything was leveled. So,
Right.
which, was interesting because I drove through it afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents made me to teach me that you're supposed to evacuate for storms, which I still don't do.
No.
So their thought process went.
Yeah, a lot of media hype with storms, and it never kind of pans out.
No,
Until
it
it
does.
does.
No, it does, because I've been through quite a
Okay,
few. Like I've
okay.
had my car explode in my front yard during a hurricane, because most people don't realize that your salt water acts as a conductor and it makes your car battery explode.
So
then
your car just exploded in your front yard during a hurricane?
Yeah,
Nice.
it exploded. It made boom and went during a storm surge. I say it was because it was a Kia, which stands for Kills Innocent Americans.
Yeah, it's a
because
step
it's
up from,
Korean. But that
okay.
was me joking.
Okay.
So don't take me serious.
Right, well-
But I thought it was funny.
A Kia is a step up from a pair of shoes.
Well, it's Key West. What type of car do you need? Because we don't have garages and it's salt water. And if it's not raining and you see the puddle and you run your car through it, guess what? It's salt water.
And you're probably better off with a boat at that point anyway in the Keys.
Yeah.
moving
So,
on. Okay.
but it was funny. The officers were trapped on the bridge and they had to come put it out. It was Deloach and the triplet. I forget her name, but she was a triplet. There were
Okay.
3 of them. One was a police officer. One became an EMT, and I forget the other one. So there were 3 girls, so the triplets. So
Wow.
they walked through water that was up to their waist to come put it out with a fire hydrant, fire extinguisher from my neighbor's sink, because we had a 5 to 10 foot storm surge throughout the Keys during Hurricane
And what year
Wilma.
was this?
Hurricane Wilma. It was the year we were hit by 5.
Oh, Category 5.
No, 5 different storms.
Oh, 5 different storms?
Yeah, that one was a, but it came up through the Gulf.
Okay.
And my grandfather's he owned a fish house and was a commercial fisherman. And he told me anytime there's a storm that comes up through the Gulf, that will lead to a flood. It will storm surge Key West. I called my ex, called Patrick Roteo, said, oh, I need to move my car. It needs to go to the bar because my grandpa, who was dead, he'd already passed away, said that if it comes up from this, it's going to, flood. No, you're crazy. It's fine, blah, blah, blah. So Jim, my ex, he leaves to go check on our bar on Duval in the
Duval
morning
Street,
because it was bone dry when he left at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then I go to look and I see a sheet of water coming down the canal. I walk over to the bridge and I say, hey, Deloach, is the water going down? He goes, no, Tammy, it's rising. And next thing you know, by the time I walked back to my house, the water was already up to my ankles.
Okay.
And then I woke up my neighbors, good thing, to move their truck because their truck was filled with gas because it's charter boat
And that
captain.
would have blown up too.
Right next to my car.
Okay.
So even if, because it was jacked up, even if it wouldn't have blown, with my car on fire, it probably would have blown with the diesel. So yeah, woke them up, they did it, and then it went boom, caught on fire, called Jim. Jim says, I said, oh, my car blew up. He goes, Tammy, everybody's car is blown up because they're all flooded.
It's just a Kia.
No, he said everybody's was blown up. He thought I meant blown up because flooded.
Oh.
So when he came,
Not blown away, literally blew up.
Yeah.
Like a fireball. Yeah.
Yes. So when he came, he's laughing because my headlights and everything's melted. It's all melted. It made the front page of the paper. So
Pull it up. That's. I didn't know that could happen.
yes. So when I moved up here and this one bored person was stuffing her tailpipes with rags, telling me that somebody told her her car would still work if it was flooded. I looked at her, and this was my other building. I looked at her, I looked around, I said, you realize there's no sprinkler systems here?
Yeah.
I said, I'd be more concerned about the garage flooding and all these cars blowing up and catching everything on fire because that's where the generator is, the propane tank for the generator. It's all in this garage level, which is below sea level versus shoving rags up your tailpipe.
No.
So
Wow.
I would say move your vehicle unless if it's below sea level,
Okay.
and then Uber back and forth. So now anytime a
Now
storm,
you know. You learned the hard way.
I learned about that and I forewarn everybody.
Okay.
If a storm surge is possible, take your car to higher weather, Uber back to ride it out because you can always walk and get your car, and then you can flee afterwards. Because if it misses, you have a vehicle with gas. And if it hits, you can pack up what you need, throw away all the food in the refrigerator, and come back when the power is back on because your car works and it's fueled.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that because it's fueled up. All right. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, because
so
people
you
need
fill
gasoline
it,
in the
so
front.
you
Yeah.
fill it
That's smart.
and you move it away from the low-lying area
Yeah.
because you can either bicycle, walk, just get it.
Yeah.
So that
That's
is
smart.
lesson to be learned.
That's smart.
So-
Noted.
So now you know for hurricane season, we don't have to worry about it till July.
Right.
But yeah, so yes, move the vehicle.
Move the vehicle.
But your building has fire extinguisher, a sprinkler system
Yes.
because it was built after the 70s.
Yes. So the Content Condo, it's a secure location,
Hurricane impact.
hurricane proof.
So if you pay enough, you can stream through the hurricane in the Content Condo. Doesn't mean he's going to be there to help, but you're more than likely to stay there if you sign a waiver.
Yeah. Well, someone's got to hold it down. 'Cause I don't know if I'm going to stick it out.
You can sign a waiver.
Yeah. You get all the content, all the podcast sessions you need, interviews, whatever. You can take it. Just hold it down.
Yeah, you're going to hold it down and be charged a fee.
Yeah. Yeah.
A minimum fee. And you'll get the best footage ever. You'll get all sorts of likes.
know.
And because what was it? Remember the tsunami that was supposed to hit Hawaii? And people were
Yeah.
streaming it live. And I don't think anything really, nothing.
Well, remember when they had the fake nuclear attack alert in Hawaii, where they
Yes.
sent out it was like a hoax, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
with all those people streaming in Hawaii with the tsunami that never came, you could do that.
I
You
know.
have
Well, that's why
podcasters do it
that's
all
why we
day
say
long.
stream everything, so you never know what you're gonna catch.
Yeah, I was streaming the other day, got in trouble.
You got in trouble.
Well, it was just live on TikTok. So I got in trouble on my main. So it's okay. It's why I have backups.
Yeah, you have a lot of backups.
Always.
And they all seem to be growing, all your accounts. I think the last time I saw you, you had like 1.1 million on your main account on Instagram.
Yep.
And now you're like at 1.4. And
Yep.
yeah.
And then my backups at 220. Yeah, it all grow. Everything's
That's
growing, and just do silly, fun stuff.
Right. Well, I've seen you've gotten like hundreds of millions of views on certain reels. Right?
Yeah, I do. I have
That's like mega viral.
I've had 3 or 4 go over 200 million.
Yeah, that's
one
mega
300
viral.
million views on a reel.
That's the back crack.
Yeah. Dr. Cracks,
Yeah,
and
so
then
it's crazy.
Dr. Dan, my 2 chiropractors, and then I did another one that has like 80 million views.
Yeah, those are mega
Yeah.
viral. Yeah.
So I don't know. I got to make Gizmo's account more active now.
Oh, that's a star.
Yeah,
That's a star in
'cause-
the making right
Yeah,
there.
because he's so well trained. He
Yeah.
sits wherever. He goes clubbing.
Oh yeah?
He goes to Club Dare.
Yeah,
He goes
okay.
everywhere. He goes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Club Dare. He goes to 11. He goes
Oh,
to
wow.
Vixens. They let him in Vixens. He goes to all the clubs in Key West. He was at
Okay.
Sloppy Joe's over the
I was just gonna
weekend.
say,
Rick's.
Yeah.
Then 801 and Aqua. He
Okay.
slept. He goes to Dolphins games. He's probably the only dog who can sleep through the boom boom booms,
Oh wow.
like all the bass and certain things. He can sleep through
Does he have a
concerts.
Super Bowl pick for this coming Super Bowl coming up?
Nope, but he's went to one NFL game with me, and they've made a meme out of it. So
Did they?
They
Wow.
did at the Dolphins.
Wow.
It was my only professional football game in my life.
Well, when I die, bring me back as.
Gizmo, yeah. He gets hand fed, he gets steaks.
Yeah.
He never eats dog food. But
bad.
so who is your favorite person who comes to film at the content?
I like everybody who comes to film at the condo. I can't have a favorite. I mean, there's some clients that are definitely the most interesting. Like I've had Charleston White come. I've had Swag Boy Q. I've had some names that are big names, but I mean, ultimately what excites me the most is just seeing how everything comes out, how all the content, what does the final product look like, and I'm just always so eager to kind of just see how everything looks and hears whenever we finish recording. I mean, I literally can't pull those memory cards out fast enough to just kind of see how everything looks, and it's honestly very rewarding.
That's good.
Yeah.
And so where'd you go to school at?
So I went to college in Delaware, at the University of Delaware.
Okay.
I'm from Boston originally, and then about 4 years ago, I moved down to Miami, to South Florida, mostly for the lifestyle change. And I'm incredibly grateful for just kind of the life I've built here, the people I've met, and planting my flag now in Miami with the Content Condo, and just trying to do something differently that can kind of support the community, which is content creators, because everyone nowadays is a content creator.
They are on one
Yeah.
form or another. Even if they don't understand it, and it's the new advertisement.
That's
like
right.
advertisements and everything else tends to be content related.
I mean, basically every profession now, you have to be an influencer in
Right.
some form. I mean, I know a girl who's a doctor, and she said, I went to medical school just to have to go and put myself out on the internet, you know what I mean? So, but it's true. No matter what business you are, I think you have to kind of have some form of social media presence.
Well, now there's some that you don't, like U.S. attorneys and FBI people and all those. I wouldn't say they don't want to.
Well, but they're on social media. You best believe they're watching you.
Oh yeah, I already know that one. I do know that. They're just
Okay.
limit. They
True.
just don't have their personal. They have all their stuff scrubbed.
Yeah, they use the burner accounts. They're the
Yes.
lurkers.
Oh well, we all have burner accounts
Wow.
to look through stuff.
Yeah, okay. Do we?
Well, most people do, because if you look at I know on TikTok, my friends all have ghost accounts who have large followings, so that
Oh,
way they
okay.
can stream and see who's doing what while they're streaming, while they're doing their little battle-y things.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Wow.
because everybody has them. Because I've seen them discuss them. I don't know how they work, but yeah, they have them.
Okay, you don't have a burner. You're just
No, it's too much just to keep track of what I
was going to say,
normally
because you have all
have.
the backups and everything. You
Yeah,
have enough to
no,
work
it's
with
too
as
much
is.
to
Okay.
deal with having burner ones or fake ones. It's
Yeah.
like another password to remember. Shoot, we're lucky I
Yikes.
remember the ones I have.
That's right. That's right. I know.
If somebody hacks my accounts, please tell me my passwords for everything. Please let me know, because I don't know them. Then I reset them. Tells me that was the password you've used a year ago. Can't use that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
They remember that, but you can't help me out and
have
give me
to
a
have
hint.
12 letters with an exclamation point and capital and numbers.
And a little
yeah.
thing and a this and a
know.
that.
It's
And
always
then-
funny because like they'll be like, they're trying to make sure you're not a robot. It's like, but you're a robot.
Well, I can't see to do the puzzles to not be
That's
a
right.
robot. I have
Yeah.
issues with that because of my
Yeah.
vision. So it's like lining those things up doesn't work. But oh, you also have to tell everybody how to find you again.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can just reach out or follow at the at Content Condo MIA on Instagram, at Content Condo MIA. You could see a lot of clips from just different bookings and sessions that we've had there. You can see the amazing view. You can hear the audio quality. You can see some of the amazing guests that come in there. Usually when I have a guest that comes in, I always make them like a reel where you can kind of just see them walking in, see them doing their session, whatever it is. And I also have the Content Condo Wall of Fame, where everybody that comes in, I get a Polaroid picture of them.
Oh,
I
cool.
print it, have them sign it, and it goes up on the Content Condo Wall of Fame. So you can see that, everything on the Instagram at Content Condo MIA. And also just started the Content Condo YouTube channel, where I'm posting a number of the different content that we've been creating out of the condo, such as podcasts, interviews, even skits, modeling shoots, video shoots. Everything's there at Content Condo MIA.
Thank you. And thanks again for tuning into Tammy Time. Have a wonderful evening. See you all next week. Gizzy says bye-byes.
As we wrap up today's show, I want to thank each and every one of you for being part of the Tammy Time community. I'm so grateful for the conversations we've had and the stories we've shared. Remember, you are strong, capable, and deserving of love and respect. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Keep shining your light and know that I'm rooting for you every step of the way. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you tomorrow on Tammy Time.